At the height of the artist's output in the middle 1950s, it was obvious that the railways were in decline. The improving economy after the austerity years had created more road traffic than rail, and it was looking likely that the railway network would not survive in its present form. By 1970, after the savage beaching cuts, the railway network map of England and Wales had shrunk and looked remarkably similar to that of the 1850s. The surviving carriage rolling stock struggled on over the remaining network. Commercial adverts, maps, no smoking panels and mirrors, as well as the scenic prints, still continued to decorate some of them, even until the late 1970s. By this time, many of the branch lines taking passengers to the picturesque locations displayed in the panels had closed, and the majority of these locations were now far easier to reach by car than by train. Advertisers too lost enthusiasm for advertising in compartments which could only be seen by a relatively small number of people each day. Television, of course, offered far better prospects. Carriage vandalism was also rearing its ugly head, and a decision was taken to discontinue and remove all of the panels from BR rolling stock. In the late 1970s, a friend and I went to Selhurst Depot on the southern region, armed with an authorisation to purchase any remaining carriage print frames as scrap. Before health and safety boards ruled, we were allowed to clamber inside the coaches lying condemned in the sidings at Norwood Yard. Originally, with 2 or 3 frames above each row of seats in every compartment, there must have been a vast number of panels in suburban stock alone during the 1950s and 60s. When I worked for British Rail, I heard of thousands of these fine prints being destroyed for want of storage space, in much the same way that a friend of mine saw hundreds of Terence Cuneo posters cut up and used for wrapping paper at Liverpool Street Station. They can sell for 4 figures each now. We unscrewed what remaining panels we could find, mainly advertisements for carriage panel advertising. This is a train spot, and ironically, the reminder about not leaving litter. It's not nice for you, it's not nice for us. Oh, and remember, don't open the door until the train has stopped. As we clambered down from the coaches and walked back to the depot laden with panels, I stopped and looked back at the old condemned carriages and realised that, like the end of steam, this was the close of another era of railway history.
Since carriage prints were removed from British Rail trains, some attempts have been made to resurrect the idea of pictures in railway carriages. The decor in some electric units has included simple screen-printed artwork of locations by the late textile designer Eddie Pond. Whilst not really in the same category as the earlier fine art panels, they were, at least, a move in the right direction. The Paris Metro have tried using vinyls of the Palace of Versailles in their carriages. Quite stunning. Who knows what'll follow? Bankses on the bulkheads? Lowries under the luggage racks? Wouldn't it be nice if railway carriages became travelling art galleries again?